Alright, and welcome back to the A-Z challenge. Today we're working on Appletun, a funny little Pokemon from last generation that has a split evolution with Flapple. What made it really cool and unique is it made excellent use of the Gigantamax mechanic that was part of last generation. But this time around, we don't really have that. So, will this Pokemon actually be usable and decent in this generation? I'm leaning towards no, as it has pretty low stats. The only thing that looks pretty decent on it is its special attack, which is 100, which is a little higher than average, and its HP stats not bad either, with most of its stats being around 80, and its speed stat being quite a bit lower. What is cool is Appletun has a special move that is unique to it called Apple Acid. As you can see, Apple Acid lowers the target special defense stat after they've been hit. What this means is every time you hit them, they get weaker, at least to their special defense. I plan on making good use of that, along with Recycle and its ability Ripen. Ripen allows the berries to double their effect. This combined with Citrus Berry means that I can keep it relatively healthy throughout the match. And Recycle allows me to return that berry to the Pokemon to use again, as it is normally a one-time use item. That combined with Growth and Apple Acid, I think I can get a relatively good amount of damage going. As you can see, the stats I'm using are pretty high in HP, special defense, and maxed out special attacks. Trying to give it as much survivability as possible, while also making sure it hits as hard as it can. Our opponent Sudi sent out Shiny, Among Us, and Farafaric. Probably going to set up the Trick Room early. So let us set up Aurora Veil, and Chilling Water doesn't really do much for us here. Neither does Wish or Helping Hand. I don't want to reveal I have Wide Guard, so we'll just Chilling Water into the Farafaric slot. I expect them to probably use Spore to make sure that they can get the Trick Room off with Farafaric. Then again, it might just go for Hyper Voice. Or it might Spore? I don't know, we'll see. So the Chilling Water goes off, of course lowering down Farafaric's attack. And Aurora Veil goes off without a hitch. Good, it means they have no way to really change the weather. And the Spore goes off, probably expecting a Terror on my end, as grass types are immune to Spore, and the Trick Room goes up. This was expected. I think I'm just going to hit him with a Blizzard here, and I think I'm going to Wide Guard, expecting the Hyper Voice to come out. Of course, our Wide Guard goes off thanks to Priority, protecting our team from any spread moves they might throw out. Pollen Puff doing negligible damage, and the Hyper Voice. Wide Guard protecting from Hyper Voice is really good here. Basically gives us a free turn to just do whatever we want. The Blizzard goes off, dealing excellent damage to the Farafaric and Among Us. One more for the road. Now, we play the wonderful game of, should we Wide Guard again? We don't really need Helping Hand, so there's really no reason not to. Now, if they predict us, that's unfortunate. Oh, they withdrew the Among Us and sent out Iron Hands. Well, nice shiny. I am actually a big fan of the chromatic shinies. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below if you like the new shinies and the Iron Pokemon. Oh, and I did predict the Hyper Voice, which is awesome. Wide Guard protecting us as it should, and the Blizzard coming out. Oh, and that's a crit. Don't think it mattered there, but it's nice to have anyways. Who will they send out as a replacement? Ooh, Torkoal. Torkoal can be really problematic. I think, first of all, you're changing our weather, which is awful. But second of all, that Eruption is just something that is hard to deal with. I think we stay in and we continue to Blizzard. And I think we Wide Guard. I just don't want that Eruption really coming in and hitting something hard. Let's see what that Iron Hand's gonna do. Oh! Solar Beam! Solar Beam to the Loma Loma will do some damage. But a Loma Loma is just a bulky mon. A little over half, that's quite a bit. And Drain Punch going from the Hariyama. Well, Hariyama, Freudian slip. Iron Hands, of course. Blizzard goes off, doing negligible damage. I think I actually want to save my Mon here. So what do? I think we switch out. And we switch into Annihilate. Hoping that we actually take a hit to increase our Rage Fist. And I think we will Wish here. And let's say double down a Loma Loma. Should be fine. Alright, Annihilate hits the field. I don't see any terrors from their side. Heat Wave comes out. Does nothing. And the Wild Charge. Good to go. No problems. Wish goes off. And of course, leftovers, just adding a little bit of passive generation. Aurora Veil is down. But so is Trick Room. So, I think we Rage Fish here into the Torkoal slot. And they're probably going to finish a Loma Loma off. Just to make sure it doesn't get the benefit of the Wish. So I think I'm going to Chilling Waters into the Iron Hand slot just to give it that drop on its attack, right? Oh, the Terra goes off by my opponent. Let's see what they're going to do. The Terra Iron Hands into a Steel type just to add those extra resistances. Steel type is a great defensive Terra type. But in this case, I really wish I'd gone into a fighting move into Iron Hands. Rage Fist goes off. Of course, that is the 100 base power. Oh, and a crit again. And the Chilling Waters. Of course, with the Sun, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but that's not why we're doing it. And the Heavy Slam, boosted by, of course, the Steel Terra type, into Annihilate, but doesn't do the job. And the Wish goes off. I think my opponent really should have doubled down to the Loma Loma, or doubled down into my Annihilate. Spreading it the way they did allowed me to survive on both sides. Which I'm now going to Drain Punch into the Iron Hands. I outspeed. That should be a lot of HP back. And I really do think that Chilling Water made all the difference there. So let's Helping Hands into the Annihilate to make sure it picks up that KO. Okay, the Helping Hand goes off on the Annihilate. Drain Punch goes through. Takes out the Iron Hands. That thing is gone. And we regenerate a decent bit of health. I would have liked a little bit more, but hey, beggars can't be choosers here, right? Let's see what the Torkoal does. Heat Wave. Doesn't do a lot, but hey, that's their prerogative, right? And they send back out Among Us. Among Us is a great support Pokemon. Well loved. Alright, I think we Rage Fist here into the Among Us, try to take it out. And then we switch out into Appletun. Actually, no. I think we get rid of that Torkoal. That way we can really make use of Appletun. I wonder if we can Drain Punch, get enough HP to survive here. And switch out to the Appletun here. Let's see. So of course the Loma Loma comes back, sending out our Appletun. Drain Punch goes off, finishing off that Torkoal. Not going to get a lot of HP back, but it should be enough. I don't think Spore will take out Annihilate, but hey, I've been wrong before. Oh, not Spore, Pollen Puff, but putting it to sleep works too. Alright, well they only have Among Us left, so let's switch out here. Get rid of that Sunny Day. And we will Dragon Pulse into Among Us. And with that, our opponent withdraws. That was a good battle. Thank you for the fight, Sudi. Alright, our opponent is leading with Glimmora and Grimmsnarl. Glimmora, of course, when hit with a physical attack, spreads toxic around the field, and Grimmsnarl great for setting up screens. But let's get our speed control and defenses up first. Fake out on the Abomasnow, stalling my screens out for one turn, makes sense. See what the Glimmora does. Mortal Spin, poisoning our Mons pretty early, as well as getting rid of any hazards if we had any on the field. Alright, let's set up Aurora Veil. And let us Hurricane it here. Hopefully it hits. Getting Grimmsnarl away, as that is just an annoying mon to really kind of deal with. Have to work around. Yeah. Prags or Grimmsnarl sets up that Reflect with priority. We don't have a lot of physical moves, so I think that might have been the wrong terrain for them to really set up. And the Confusion goes off. That's awesome. Our Aurora Veil goes up. Gonna make us really sticky. Ancient Power, non-stab. Wow, that would have done some really surprisingly good damage. Oh, it is Rock type. I forget about Glimmora. So that was a stab. Alright, and we will just set off a Blizzard here. Do I want a Heat Wave just to get that spread damage? I don't think so. I think we will just Hurricane again. Fingers crossed we get that Confusion. Oh, that's huge. He can't get any screens up for a special defense. That is going to be massive for the long run of this game. As that's pretty much all I'm using for damage, is defense for special attacks. The Ancient Power goes off. Into the Altaria. Again, Aurora Veil being up, just such a boon for this team. Makes it really just tougher than it really should be, of course. By about 50%. And now they sent out Volcarona. Volcarona being Bug Fire. Don't have a lot we can deal to it for damage, but I think we are going to double down into it with Hurricane and Blizzard. We should outspeed here thanks to the Tailwind. Spiky Shield's fine, as we are not physically attacking it, and I'm more worried about the Volcarona right now anyways. Oof. Missing that Hurricane is not good, as we just are not doing any damage with this turn. Heat Wave comes off, and I think with the poison that's going to be enough to pick up the double KO. So Abomasnow's down. Let's see if that poison takes out Altaria. Yeah. And Altaria also goes down. So what are we bringing in? Tailwind's down, which is unfortunate. Appletun's coming in, and Annihilate is coming in, right? So there's our Annihilate hitting the field. Appletun slow to follow as always. Let's start working on Appletun, right? Are we gonna Apple Acid here and just start working here? Or Dragon Pulse? I'm just not super worried about the Glimmora. So let's target down here. Terra Fire? Terra Fire will help us resist anything he's got, and will bulk up on the Annihilate. As long as they didn't Ancient Power the Annihilate slot, we should be fine. If they read that, they read that. There's nothing I can do. Alright, and a Terra comes from their side of the field. What's it gonna be? From the Glimmora. Terra Flying. Probably worried about the fighting type attack going into that slot, maybe. Or maybe they have Terra Blast. And they're going to go for a Terra Flying slot into our side. Alright, Struggle Bug comes out. Thanks for that, Terra. We do resist it. That does drop our special attack, which really hurt Appletun. But Defiant on the Annihilate really shows off just how good this Pokemon is. Dragon Pulse comes out from Appletun. with that special defense drop, there's not a lot that Appletun's going to be able to do this fight, unfortunately. Appletun is a fun design, right? I really love the look of Appletun. It's this little apple pie guy, but he's not super good. Let us growth here. And we're going to Rage Fist here. Hey! So they were expecting the Rage Fist into the Glamora. The Spiky Shield would have hurt us as well as blocking the damage, but we have gone over into the Volcarona, which just takes it out. Rage Fist, just get out of there. Sending them home, left and right. Growth bringing our special attack back up to neutral. The poison just slowly chipping us down here, right? Ripen goes off, allowing us to eat our berry and healing us to full. We gotta make sure to recycle next turn. And our Warbill does go off. Alright, King Gambit. Whew, this thing is a problem. Let's recycle here to make sure we get that berry back. And I think we're gonna... yeah, let's Drain Punch into the King Gambit slot. Most likely he's gonna Sucker Punch, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. Oh, he doesn't. Alright, color me surprised. Brings our Annihilate back up to near full. Ancient Power goes off. Whew! Ancient Power, strong. Just really surprisingly strong move. Alright, Appletun is going to be able to Dragon Pulse into here. And we are going to Rage Fist to finish off that Glamora. And that will bring this section to a close. And finally, Glamora's Toxic Debris goes off, just to cause a little more cleanup at the end of this fight, I imagine. Well, Maxie, thank you for the fight. That was a good one.